I'm Diane Dinkmeyer, Silver Director 2 for Celeste, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about some tips of going from ordinary to a little more extraordinary, the tools you can use, and maybe a tip or two that you hadn't heard before. So I'm glad that you're here, and let's get started. Okay, so today I am unfiltered. I am who I am, how I am. It's been a long day, but I'm late for a very important date, and I've got to do something really quick so that it will be I will feel good walking into the room that I have to go into, right? So first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I'm going to use a tinted luminous primer to just sort of brighten. And you'll see I put everything on the back of my hand, whether it's lotions, whether it's creams or foundations, because I like how your hand warms them and makes them more malleable or to go on smoother. I'm using the makeup brush that's a flathead brush, and you'll see I'm just going to dot it on the center of my face with this primer, and it's kind of interesting to try to do things backwards when you're on a camera, but we're going to make this work. So you can see that very quickly using a flat-headed brush. This is called a makeup brush. I can tap in and smooth any discolorations away immediately just with my primer. Now, I also like to use, when I'm doing something like this, the HD foundation, high density foundation. And I use two colors because if you'll notice, even I have a redness on my neck, and so my face and my neck are completely different colors. So I'm putting on a lighter color and a slightly deeper color of the HD foundation. And for that, I'm going to use the flat-headed brush because this one is what we'll stipple with. We won't rub, we'll stipple. Stipple just means tap, 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 tap. Okay? Around the edges of my face, I'm using a slightly deeper color. And you know what you'll see is all of a sudden my little jowls aren't quite as jowly. And my face now has an oval shape. Okay? The other thing that we can do is, if we need a little bit more brightening, we can take just the luminescent, I didn't bring that one in here. This one is the pore minimizing primer. And so where I think I have a need for some smoothness, I can just use the pore minimizing primer. And now my face is ready to go. I'm not going down to my neck because I've had an allergic reaction to a bug bite, and I don't want to put anything down here, but you can see. The next thing I want to do is I want to soften the dark circles under my eyes. And so I'm putting just a little bit of our liquid blush on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use our liquid concealer and just blend that a little bit so it's a slightly pinker tone, and just right where you see the dark. The difference? Immediate difference. If you put a little pink or peach color just in the dark areas. That acts as a color corrector with your concealer. And you can use your brush to just tap, 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 and blend it in. So we have two foundation brushes that can be used in different ways, right? Now, you can use blush in several different ways. And what I like is this new liquid blush that Celeste has. And if you put your thumb to your nose, your hand to your hairline, and then just put a couple of little dots of that blush, and you can just gently blend it. And you see what a beautiful glow you get, and your blush is in exactly the right place. If you're a powder brush girl, you can use our Celeste blush. Do the same thing, whoops, wrong hand, right? To the nose, to the hairline, and just blend that, and you get the same beautiful, beautiful glow, right? It's a little more pigmented, but really, really pretty. Oh, here's the luminescent primer. I did bring it. So if in the center of my face, okay, I want to add a little brightness on the nose, maybe on the tip of the chin, maybe right above the Cupid's bow, on the lip, and you can even do it right on the top of your cheekbone. Now all of a sudden everything has started to lift, right? Okay, now the next brush I'm going to show you is our shadow brush. And you can use your fingers, you could use a shadow brush, you can use virtually anything you want. So we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to just do a basic eyeshadow, and I'm using this wonderful Four Plant. Okay? And that's just to give a light color all over the lid, up to the brow. Well, there would be brows if you could see them, right? And I'm going to take now the middle color, and just on the brow, I'm just going to swish, swish, and just give a little bit of shape to start there, okay? But we really can't tell what the shape is without any brows. My favorite, favorite, favorite product is this Brow Color Mascara for your brows. I'm fortunate enough to have a decent shape to my brows. So basically, I'm going to do this and hope I can get it where it needs to be. Oh look, a smudge. You know what? No problem. Comes right off. But once this is on your brow, and I'm putting it on extra heavy right now because I want to show you something. That comes off. And if you take a spoolie, any spoolie will do, this is on our brow pencil, and just brush this for your brows. And look, I have a brow. Look at the difference in the lift of the eye. Okay, so now we're just going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to lift it up. Don't worry about how much you got on. If it's a close color to what you need, it's going to be just fine. Take the spoolie and backwards, lift up. Now look, I have brows. They frame the eyes. So if I'm going to do that, then I want to make sure, this one's a little bit light. I don't know if it's the light in here or that, but there, that's better. Before I finish my eyes, because I want that frame to be there. Now we'll go back to the eyes, and I'm going to use this darkest color in here, but I'm only going to use it right at the outside corner. Right at the outside corner of the eye. Pat, pat, pat. You know why I pat? It's because if you rub, what you'll find is you're rubbing off as much as you're putting on, and I'm not sure that that's the idea of putting on your makeup, right? And then just take that what's left into the crease, and look, the eyes are starting to look great. Now, a little tip with your liquid concealer is if you go from the edge of your bottom lash on a diagonal up, first you have to have some concealer come out. There we go. Then you know where to not go below. It's your don't go below it line. Because if you go below it, you're going to make your eyes droop. And heaven knows we do not want our eyes to droop, right? Okay, now I just got this brand new beautiful green Dream Eyes eyeliner. And instead of taking up space on the lid on the top, I'm going under the lashes. And can you see immediately you get definition under those lashes. And you can put a little bit on the outside corner as well. And the eyes start to come alive. Now, just going to use my fingers and tap, 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 make sure. Now, I don't like a shiny look, but I do like a moist look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of our Stem Cell Eye Lifting Cream on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to gently tap, tap, tap that eye lifting cream. We call this a 360-degree cream because it can go on your lids and all around your eye. Okay, not bad start for being 78. Now, when it comes to your mascara, we have several wonderful mascaras, and for those of you who are a little bit afraid of trying something new, maybe you're sensitive, so was I, and I can wear all of our mascaras and our primer, actually all of our products, with absolutely no issues. So what I do like to do is I like to go down on my lashes and then up on my lashes, because that makes a tube. You've heard of tube mascara right now? Well, this makes a tube to help you grab your mascara all around your lash. And I love, love, love this Wonder Lash, because as you can see, with just one go around, I get a really, really nice lash. One thing that I recently learned is that if you have a small angle brush, and you put a little of your mascara on that, and then just go down at the base of your lashes. It'll give you some definition that you might not have had before. Okay? So remember, if you have hooded eyes, use the push. If you have plenty of space on your lids, by all means, go on top of your lid, and I'll smooth it out in a minute, and put your eyeliner on the top. Right? So just smooth out anything that I smudged. And there you go. Right. Now, when you're highlighting, what you want to remember is light brings forward and dark sets back. So Celeste gives us a wonderful compact of 3 highlighters. And you can use your powder brush, you can use your blush brush, you can use any of the brushes that I've shown you. I happen to like the round makeup brush, and so I'm going to use a little of the darker color because I want to just come in, give a little bit of contour here. Not color like blush, just contour. Then I'm going to use the medium one, and I'm going to do those little jowly spots. Tap, tap, tap. Under my pointed chin. Boop, boop, boop. Right? And then the lighter one can go on the top of the cheekbone, can go on the top of the eye, and now the face is starting to have some shape. We also have some beautiful sparkly highlighters that you could use for shadow as well as for blush, as for bronzer. And for that, I like this little fluffy brush. And I'm going to use the darker one just to give a little bit of cheekbone. And then use the middle one on the tip of my nose. On the tip of the cheekbone. And right underneath the brow. Okay, looking good. Now, lipsticks are a wonderful thing, and I haven't tried all the colors yet. This is a deep red in our lip marker, and if you look, it looks like it's a magic marker, right? And when you use it, put a little on, not a lot. Blot. Let it blot there for a minute while you fix yourself up just a little bit. And, you know, you can't go out looking good if you don't have any earrings on, so you do want to do that. And the shimmer from the earrings will help you know what else you may need to do. What else do I need to do? I think I need a little bit more eyeshadow for tonight. So I got this great deep green. And watch what happens. Little bit here. Little bit here. And all of a sudden, the eyes are starting to look, wow, really good. I could use a little bit more blush. I'm doing this while the lipstick is setting, because let me tell you what, once this lipstick has set, it's on. There. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Get the bangs where they need to go. And if you want a little tip for shaping your lips, put a little bit of light in the bow. This is our Nude Look retouching face pen. So if during the day you keep this in your purse, if you have a little scar like I have, like right here, you can just touch it up, boom, and it's done. And boom, there you have it. So Celeste has the tools you need. We have fabulous brushes to fit all of your brush needs. And let me tell you what, do yourself a favor. You need to clean your brushes at least once a week. Now, I use something that I got a while back from on Amazon. It's called EcoTools. It's a sponge and brush cleaner. Sponges are really important, and I didn't use one tonight because I was waiting just a minute to let everything set. This is a little blending sponge. All I did was put some water on it, and now I'm setting with just plain water the makeup that I put on. See the glow that it gives, right? And then the last thing that I do, and I use a kabuki brush, you can get those a lot of different places, is I use just a little bit of setting powder any place that I want my makeup to stay all day. Now, remember I told you that this lipstick was like a magic marker? There's no way that's going to come off, but if I wanted it to be a little bit glossier, all I'd have to do is our Color Sensation lip gloss. Put a little on the bottom lip, and there you have it. So I hope that this helped you know a little bit more about the tools you have to use. Use your sponges, tap, 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 don't rub, you're going to take everything off. Use your brushes, use a brush cleaner or at least alcohol wipes to take your bacteria off. I find that having a spray bottle comes in handy in case I forgot to dampen my sponge. Towelettes, a little thicker than Kleenex. These are Kleenex towelettes, and those are handy to have around to wipe your hands off between things. And I guess the biggest advice I can give you, play. Play, 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 and enjoy every minute. And there's nothing except this lipstick that you put on that you can't wash right off and start all over again. So this is Diane saying, you know, no matter what your age, whether you're a teenager just learning how to use your product, or whether you're a busy mom and you've got kids running around, you saw, I just did tap, 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 throw it on and go play. Or whether you're a senior like me, I just turned 78 on the 14th. And you saw what I look like without anything, and I hope you think that I'm a sexy senior citizen now. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, and you know what? Talk to the associate who invited you to see this video, because until Thursday, she's a great deal for you with free shipping on anything and everything that you have. So free shipping, whether it's a mascara or whether it's the entire makeup line. Yeah, if it's the entire makeup line, you ought to think about getting the kit. Talk to her about that too. Okay? Bye. I'm glad you were here.